One persistent concern we hear from viewers relates to child support and the process meant to compel payments some parents say would help them raise their kids. The Office of the Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, enforces child support. Officials there applaud what they call success in collecting money during his tenure. They attribute much of that to recent upgrades in technology. But data from December shows the amount owed statewide has topped $21 billion. Investigator Arezow Doost found some parents say the state system doesn't always help families fast enough.
In the few minutes she can spare between two jobs, Ashley Bowling works quickly to pick up what's piled up around her house.
Ta-da!
The Round Rock mom runs a cleaning service and provides home health care and admits it's tough.
There's never enough time. There's never enough money. There's never enough me. There's never enough help.
Bowling is a single parent to 3 girls. She says she's had challenges getting help from their dads, especially her middle daughters.
He left when she was 5 weeks old.
Bowling shared payment records from the Office of the Attorney General, detailing what he's paid since 2018 and what he still owes. Nearly $40,000 in child support and medical insurance.
I'm one paycheck away from being homeless. We're out of vehicle because my car transmission went out. The electricity bill that is constantly on a disconnect notice.
Bowling says she's repeatedly called the agency, and officials there tell her they can't locate him to make him pay.
If I can't get him in front of a judge for a judge to hold him in contempt, then we don't move forward.
Since 1997, Texas law has required the Attorney General's office to publicly name parents behind on child support. Then in 2019, the AG's office created the Child Support Evader website, which solicits tips online to find parents avoiding payments. To be on the list, a parent must owe more than $5,000 in court-ordered child support, have an arrest warrant issued, and regularly fail to pay in the last 6 months. As of December, there were more than 410,000 cases falling into that time frame. Yet, only 7 parents are on the public webpage. It shows 60 have been arrested between 2006 and late last year. Bowling says her ex should be on that list, but he isn't.
I feel for these parents that need help, and I really wanted to make a difference in that program, even though it doesn't get a lot of publicity, but it does really matter.
At a recent Texas Senate finance hearing, Attorney General Ken Paxton fielded questions from state lawmakers considering his agency's latest budget proposal.
Regarding our child support programs, does our level of funding enable your staff to respond timely to complaints about child support payments?
I'm really pleased with what's happened with child support over the last, say, 4 years. We were trying to speed up the process because it was all getting stuck up in the bureaucracy, and we were trying to figure out how can we get these people help faster.
So, what does Paxton's agency say it needs to do that? In the latest figures we obtained from the Legislative Budget Board, the AG's office requested more than $390 million for child support enforcement next fiscal year. That would be a $25 million increase from the current fiscal year's appropriation. For weeks, we emailed and called Paxton's office to ask how additional funding could help stop child support evaders.
Hello, you've reached the press office for the Texas Attorney General.
No one responded.
General Paxton?
Paxton also refused to speak with our team in person at the Capitol after that hearing. Still, we do know the state has found ways to punish many parents avoiding child support. In severe cases, parents have been sent to jail. And last year alone, more than 92,000 liens were filed on property, bank accounts, or retirement plans. Almost 82,000 passports were denied. Nearly 21,000 vehicle registrations were blocked, plus more than 1,000 licenses, including driver's licenses, were suspended.
That often is what will bring people forward, is suspending an occupational license, making it so they can't leave the country because they no longer have a valid passport, making it so that they can't go hunting with their friends.
Jennifer Severn is a family law attorney. Up until last September, she worked in the AG's child support division.
For each attorney, there are thousands of active cases.
Do you think our state's enforcement measures are working?
I think that the state is doing the best job they can with the resources that they have.
Ultimately, Severn says hiring a private attorney is the quickest way to see any money. Bowling says she tried that option, but eventually couldn't afford it anymore. So, for now, she'll continue working to provide for her girls on her own.
I can't be the mom that I thought I would always be.
And none of it feels good. And there's never enough to fulfill the need. And nothing's gonna change.
We tried to reach Bowling's ex, but have not heard back. She's not even in touch with him and says after we started looking into her case, he did make a few payments around the holidays, but that's since stopped again. She has shared her concerns with lawmakers. Now, this legislative session, several bills have been filed, including paying retroactive child support beginning on the date of the child's conception and lowering the interest rate on overdue child support payments. Senator Judith Zaffirini is behind that legislation and says lowering the financial pressure on overdue balances would encourage more parents to pay what they owe. We will, of course, be tracking these bills and keep you posted. Arezow Doost for State of Texas.
Thanks, Arezow. Last session, lawmakers made other significant changes, like giving judges the power to order parents behind on child support payments to get a job or enroll in a community employment program. You can see more from our investigation on our website. Just look for the links in this week's State of Texas story to see how Texas compares with other states when it comes to collecting child support. As education savings accounts move closer to becoming Texas law, parents have questions. We hear from people for and against the plan, find out what's causing concern and winning support.